Have you ever thought that you could be involved in a situation because it might be something that would make you better or make the situation better, and yet it turned out to be perhaps just the very opposite? In fact, maybe it would have been better if you had not gotten involved. For instance, maybe you had an opportunity when you were in college, a Christian college, to go to a dorm devotional led by one of your favorite professors, and because you've been up for several nights in a row, suddenly you get very sleepy, and maybe someone tells you, a dorm devotional is a great thing for you, but maybe because of you falling to sleep in the middle of it, it would have been better if you hadn't showed up. But we have to understand that sometimes, even when we go to worship God, when we come into the very presence of God, that we must make sure that our disposition of mind is one that is directed toward making things better and not worse. In Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 1, the Bible tells us, walk prudently when you go to the house of God. Of course, that would have been the temple then. And we think about the church today. Walk prudently when you go to the house of God, and draw near to hear rather than to give the sacrifice of fools, for they do not know that they are doing evil. And in the text, we learn that there are people who apparently were going to the temple. Maybe their motives were not sincere. Maybe something was wrong with their heart. And they ended up offering the sacrifice of fools rather than really worshiping and honoring God, the whole reason that they came. The problem probably was not with what was in their hands. The problem was what was in their heart. And really, that's for you and me today. Notice the text says, draw near to hear. When we come into the presence of God, it's not about what we tell Him. It's about listening and hearing what He tells us. And that will set our heart and our mind in the right disposition. We'll give Him glory. We'll not do the things that are called sacrifices of fools and evil, but we will give Him the honor that is due His great, good, and holy name.